Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to be measuring the hotness of this spicy sauce that comes with what we call it's a German doner kebab. There's a new fast food chain in the UK called German doner kebab, GDK, and they do a spicy sauce. And I'm going to measure the Scoville heat units using the food sense generation 4. So I've got the food sense generation 4 here. I've got the app on my phone. We're going to measure this Scoville heat unit of this sauce using the food sense generation 4. So I had a quick look at it. There's not many clues on the let's say on the ingredients as to the hotness of this. It does say some jalapenos, it says some mixed spice, etc. But there's not many clues on it, but that's okay. So what I'll do now is I'll essentially give you a quick sort of say what I've done. I've taken the sauce. I've weighed out 0.1 grams of the sauce onto a balance here. So it's quite gloopy, quite viscous, and that's fine. I've weighed out 0.1 grams of it. And into this little vial, I put 0.9 milliliters of the buffer. So we've got something here called the chili pot buffer. I've taken 0.9 milliliters of this, and I've put 0.9 milliliters of that into this little vial, and I'm going to try and mix the 0.1 grams of the spicy sauce with this 0.9 milliliters. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to get this, I'm going to start mixing these two things together and trying to get all this sauce essentially into this vial. So maybe first of all I'll try to do is actually do, yeah, it's actually okay. Actually, it's the sauce itself is actually quite I don't want to say pipetable. I'm not sure that's really an adjective, but I can actually get the sauce out up through the pipette. So it's not sort of super chunky like some things are. I must admit I'm doing this a bit quicker than I would otherwise like to do. Obviously like to sort of, the more accuracy I do this procedure, then the more accurate the result will actually be. I'm just trying to make sure that I get all of this sauce up inside this vial. So there's a couple of lumps here that I'm really trying to get hold of. So let me try and get hold of these guys. Well, now the reason I'm trying to do this is because I'm basically going to try and do an extraction of the sauce into this buffer. There's something in front of me called a vortexer. Vortexer, they're not that expensive. You can get a vortexer off, it's all relative. You can get a vortexer off Amazon for about £60 or €60. So they're not super expensive. Let me just clean this pipette off a few times in this. So I've got a now if I spend a bit more time on this, I think I could get a bit more accuracy on it. But for try and be fairly fast with your time, so what I have now is I'll just so I have the sample. You can see most of it sitting at the bottom of this particular vial. But what I'll do is I've got a vortexer here. You'll hear it shake like crazy. So I'm going to count, I'll count in my head for about 30 seconds. I say counting and talking at the same time. I'm not sure I can quite do that. But this thing is shaking my hand like absolutely crazy. I'll just change cameras. We'll just have a quick look at it. So that's probably, yeah, that is definitely a lot more, you don't see that sort of lump at the bottom. I'll do a bit more of that now. So vortexing. So the vortexing is just shaking everything up and trying to get the capsaicin, which gives you the hotness sensation of this spicy sauce, and is what we measure when we talk about Scoville heat units, SHUs. This is the material that actually we get. Alright, now not quite the scientific rigor that I often want to do, but let's say good enough for this. So what I'll now do is change to, I'm just going to get one of these chili sensors off here. So break that off. Chili sensor is going onto the unit. I the unit. It's the food sense generation 4. I'm now going to get that vial again, and I'm going to put 50 microliters, that's the best way to express this, 50 microliters of this sample. Right, onto the sensor. Now I've got the app in front of me. So this app is in Bluetooth contact with that meter. I can see that they're connected. I really just want to hit go to assay, which is what I'm going to do now. So it's go to assay. It's asking me what dilution I did. I did a 1 in 10 dilution, and then I'll just say start measurement. Right, so what I'll do is I'll just change to the other screen. So what's happening at the moment then is there's a bit of a progress bar going around on the app. At the same time, I can see that there's a little LED say status bar. So as the app is doing its thing, I can also get a confirmation of the meter as well. So the meter is now analyzing that sample. So we've taken 0.1 grams of this. We've diluted in 0.9 milliliters of the buffer. And don't worry about that. It will say it's uploaded the data. So it's actually, so I'm going to try and improve your image of this by doing this. So I haven't read it myself yet, so I'm going to have a quick look at it. But I think the Scoville heat unit has come back at 676 Scoville heat units. So it's not particularly, let's say, pungent. Now, if I spent a little bit more time doing that extraction, make sure that I actually ran that sample, then maybe it would actually come back a little bit hotter. But there's no criticism of the unit, and there's no criticism of their source. It's just the speed at which I actually did it. And if I have a quick, what's nice about the food sensor, even though I've got the result here, is the all the data actually goes to the cloud as well. So I can actually go in here and I can see I got the German doner kebab. This was the sample name I gave it. I can see the results up here, and I can see the actual results as well. So I can see my Scoville heat unit number, which is corresponding to what actually says in the app. So the app, not only do you get a result there and then on your phone, the result also goes to the cloud. So I actually get to see the raw data. So when you're going to get this number and you think, well, what's this number mean? I can tell what that number means by actually going to look at the raw data as well. So I not only get a result on the phone, but I also get the number plus raw data. So I can really, if you're ever in doubt whether that number is true or not, we can really check that by going to the cloud as well. So I think that's quite a nice, let's say, little tool for being able to do checking of the Scoville heat unit. That's quite a mild source, but I did actually dab it earlier on, a little taste. I mean, and it is not super, let's say, not super hot. So if you've got any questions about how to make rapid measurements of the Scoville heat unit of, let's say, various things, then don't hesitate to contact us at ZP Food Sense. Okay, thanks very much.